Happy New Year! My name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos, specifically lyric reactions and breakdowns. It is just almost, when this video goes up, 2023, which if any of you follow Zodiac or horoscopes, that is gonna be a water rabbit year. Element is as important as the animal, just so as you know. But I really wanted for my last video of 2022 to be the video that really, I won't say it started it all for me because I got obsessed with BTS real fast and there was a very sharp trajectory. This was the one that shocked me. I think it shocked pretty much everyone because this for them was really where their career began to take off. That any success that came before this, it was, you know, kind of almost, it wasn't enough. And then this one really like gave them the stable platform to then become what they are today. I want to do BTS's I Need You. Who among us at this point hasn't seen I Need You? Like everyone. But in case you're coming here and you don't know anything about I Need You was the beginning of the BTS alternate universe. The storyline, basically. The thing that BTS has done so well and has now definitely become kind of a staple in K-pop, that there are underlying storylines. Very hype. I realize all the hype groups have like deep storylines written in. But this was kind of the start of that. Like there have always been music videos, and we gotta stop and blame Michael Jackson for this. Michael Jackson's really the one who started the like long storyline music video kinds of things. There have always been music videos that have storylines. I mean, Taylor Swift put out how long was the music video? That's like the serious story of her relationship with Jake Gyllenhaal. Fabulous, amazing. But this BTS was doing something very different here. They created this story in this sort of abstract way where pieces tie together, but the genius thing about their universe is that repeats in these, like, it repeats and doesn't repeat. It's also like really brutal. I did not realize that like K-pop stars and my you know, naive idea of what K-pop was all about could talk about really serious subjects such as suicide and depression and murder. And that's what I Need You begins, is the story of this universe of these people who are suffering and who committing a lot of suicide is happening. I deeply recommend, if the idea of like murder and suicide does not bother you at all, for reading something, the Save Me comic, the spin-off of I Need You basically. It goes more in depth. However, trigger warning you, when we watch this video, we're going to see some scenes that reference suicide and that reference, well, it doesn't even, they show the murder, but in the comic, it's a lot more graphic. For example, you don't really see anything happening to Jungkook in this, and I think he was probably still underage when they filmed this also. I can't think how old he, I think he'd have been still like 18. He was young. In the comic, Jin witnesses, you know, the crumpled body of Jungkook after he hits the ground over and over. And that's the fascinating thing I think about this universe and about this concept, is there's these horrible things happening. It all centers around Jin's character, and he is stuck in this time loop of trying to save everybody and is being just like tortured by that. There's an episode of Doctor Who where the doctor is like trapped in this prison, this labyrinth basically, and like experiencing his death over and over and over again. Like in order to break free, he has to spend just like 1,000 years like being tortured daily basically. And it's kind of the same thing for Jin. If he fails, he's brought back to the same moment and he has to just relive over and over, as every action that he makes, every choice he makes causes a butterfly effect, causes a ripple, changes something, as he like desperately tries to stop his friends from killing themselves or killing others, like doing things out of desperation. Like he's trying so desperately to fix everything and to bring everyone back together again, and dealing with his own mistakes. This universe is rich and people have done fantastic breakdowns of it. People have done put all of the pieces together in these fantastic long movies of music videos you can watch. I love that. That was my favorite thing. People have broken down the different metaphors throughout. But the thing I think is just so brilliant about it is just that that cyclical, every time it breaks and he's brought back and he has to try again, something is different. And so you're able to do all these different music videos and all these different pieces as the plot tries to move forward and just stutters constantly and comes back. It's so well put together, and I'm sad that they kind of had to trickle away from it a little bit, and I do hope that it comes back, but even if it doesn't, it's such a brilliant starting place. It's almost like why I love fan fiction is sometimes someone will start something as just this like grain of this beautiful story, and you can't stop thinking about that because there's just so much thought out, and they just didn't have time to finish writing it. You know, nobody's getting paid to write that stuff, but they'll have written this just like maybe even like up to 10 chapters and then just dropped it of this amazing intricate story. And I Need You is so much that, like, it's like a fan fiction of BTS that they made themselves, okay? And it's brutal. I'll stop gushing and we'll just watch it and we'll just look at the lyrics, which the lyrics then are not almost doing the same thing, but we're going to talk about it as though it's sort of one package because it is presented to us as one package. Even though I feel like within the storyline, the verses don't necessarily have as much to do. Kind of like with Dreamcatcher. People were saying like you almost have to take the lyrics and the videos as separate things, and yet they're presented as one thing, and you can't help but take it as one thing and analyze it as one thing. But we're going to be mostly looking at the lyrics because that's what this channel is about, and I'm going to stop gushing about the like brilliant storytelling that's going on. I deeply recommend reading Save Me, but if you feel like you can't handle, you see Yoongi get not quite saved from the fire in varying states. You see Jungkook hit the ground multiple times. Like it's really quite dark. I read it in one sitting and wish I kind of had given myself a little break because I was pretty devastated. I Need You by BTS to finish out the year because this started it all, and I feel like we just should. So yeah, here we go. Let's try that again. Oh my god, my phone just fell to the ground. All right, here we go. Make sure the subtitles okay. I know everyone's like rolling their eyes at me probably, but I just think that opening, like every piece that is part of the story. And so people who are familiar with the story, you know what all of those pieces, what they symbolize, what they're referencing, and yet they're all things that are so universal. Like they're just places, feeling things, and we're sort of brought into feeling that with them. Like they're just doing normal things, but there's a lot of weight to them. And that opening, the song is so beautiful, but it's just so well done, where it's just so universal, and yet it starts to hit you where you're just like, I've felt those kinds of things, and we're just in the intro. This is very much Suga being the Suga that then people attached greatly to. This is the poor little meow meow, right? Okay. This is like the persona of Suga for so long. He is now thrown away with his beautiful wild hair. Okay, so fall, it's dissolving. It's all falling. And they don't tell us what's falling at this point. Just everything. because everything is falling apart in this song. My life's ruined all because of you. Already we're like, there's an accusation made. I'm so done with it. I don't want you anymore. I just can't do it. I don't give a shit. Please, your excuse won't even work. And I like that this is written as though it's to a love interest or to someone that you're romantically involved with. And yet with the storyline going on, who they're singing to is almost life. Who Suga's talking about is almost life. I also love the quiet shit in the background. So good. So you can't do this to me. Everything you said, it's just to cover your fault. There's a lot of blame. Just to cover the truth and rip me off. You spear me, make me go nuts. I hate it all. Take it all back with you. I hate it so bad. But you're my everything. This is not a healthy relationship. Like, I want you and I need you, but you're ruining me. Everything. Please get out of my life. I'm sorry, and then I hate you, and I love you. I hate you. The call and response in this is really cool. Like, I'm sorry and I hate you, and I love you and I hate you. Like, isn't this just how a teenager feels about their life and like their family and their friends sometimes? Like, isn't this just like the full teenage experience right here? And maybe older too. Oh, I missed that. Forgive me. Forgive me for hating you. Forgive me for loving you. Forgive me for what I've done. Also, from the very start, I've always loved that they're like, I need you, girl. It's done like it's this like desperate romance song, but all of the scenes they're showing is them together, them being the friends, the friendship of them, the friendship between boys. I need you, girl. And again, they're saying girl, and it's like this love interest kind of song. They're almost talking about life or just relationships in general in the actual like act of it. I don't know. This is one of those songs that's just like every time I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a slight bit of genius, right? Why do I love you and try so hard to forget you when you don't even care? I love that most of BTS's love songs are about like totally unrequited love. I need you, girl. Why do I need you when I know it hurts me? I need you. You're beautiful. I need you. You're so cold. Like you don't love me back, and I know that. And it's not even like I love you or I want you. I need you. Like I require you to live. Like it's at that point, right? Like, this is not a happy song. This is not a romantic song. This is not a healthy kind of relationship. Like, this is desperate. So love that he could not use his middle fingers for that, so it's just pointing. RM's part here. It goes round and round. Why do I keep coming back? Again, unhealthy relationship, this obsession with this person almost. I go down and down. It feels like I'm a fool. I think of go down and down as in I get down on myself, I get depressed, I get hurt. It feels like I'm a fool. Like, I acknowledge that this is not okay. Nothing can help. It's my heart, my mind, my soul, but it doesn't listen to me. I can't stop feeling this way about you. And again, it's this friendship between these boys in this story is so vital, and those are all the scenes we're seeing. But it sounds like it's to a love interest, which I think is really cute. Just saying, I like that this is just them in this one. And I know it's because they didn't have any money for extras, but even so, it makes the story better. Oh well, I'm talking to myself again. And that call and response in this part. I'm talking to myself. Nobody else is listening. You're not listening. You don't say anything. Oh, please, I'll do my best. Again, this desperation coming in. And the sky is blue again. I'll do my best. The sky is blue again. Like the clouds are going away. There's hope again. A blue sky is usually a good thing. But in some cases, the blue is then not happy. You know, almost like we break up and then we get back together again. Like I try my best to do something for you. Like you don't necessarily apologize for your fault. I grovel and then suddenly the relationship's good again. Almost, right? So maybe it's because the sky is blue and the sun is shiny. Like the day is beautiful. My tears stick out. It's like Forever Rain where he's like, the rain can hide my tears. And this one, it's a beautiful day. There's nothing wrong outside. And isn't that the worst time to be depressed when it's like a gorgeous day out and you're just like, well, if you're not matching my mood. Part in Full Metal Alchemist. I know I'm just like being nerdy here, but there's this part in Full Metal Alchemist where Mustang is like crying and he's just like, oh, it looks like it's raining. It's just like, if it were raining, then it would hide his tears, right? Oh, God, it's a good line. Why am I so into you? Why you? Why can't I leave you? Again, thinking about this is like talking to life rather than to, or like the cards that you're given in life, basically, rather than to an actual like physical person. Okay, and so we're hitting everyone's breaking points at this point. I think it's pretty obvious if you have been watching, everyone is hitting their breaking point. The storyline. I'll just go ahead and spoil a lot of things for you. Jungkook is picking a fight in order to get beat up. That's his intention. And then he goes to the roof in the story. They are going to skip that in the music video. Possibly because he was so young, but it is not skipped in the comic if you end up reading Save Me. Why do I love you and try so hard to forget you when you don't even care? Need you, girl. And if this upsets you in any way, do watch the behind the scenes because they're their managers throwing the punches here and he could not stop giggling. It's very cute. Why do I need you when I know it hurts me? I need you, girl. You're so beautiful. Collapsing. And I think within the storyline there's more nuance going on to it, but I think from a distance perspective, first time watching this, I was like, he's representing a drug addict. J-Hope then is someone who's reliant on drugs, taking drugs. Of course, in the storyline, he's actually narcoleptic, but they make it very unclear whether or not the medicine he's taking is causing that or is helping it. That also very interesting. They never really went into which it is actually. So I need you, girl. You're so cold. And then, girl, just say you want to break up with me. And here, the representation of Jimin drowning himself. Again, they kept him outside the bathtub. Even the first time I watched this, it was pretty clear what they're showing here. Girls, say that it wasn't love. I don't have the courage to say those things. I don't have the courage to break up with you. I don't have the courage to admit that the love wasn't real. I want those things to be true. So please give me one last present. You know, pull the band-aid off for me. I can't stab myself in the gut. I'm gonna need you to do it for me. And so that I don't go back anymore. So I don't still want you. And we're gonna get into the part that is not going to be more subtle, okay? If you've been watching this far and you're like, oh, this is fine. Now's the part where the music video is gonna get brutal, okay? If you need to turn back because you don't want to see blood, now's your chance. mean, just the cinematic level of this music video, you guys. Like, it's done so well. The contrast there of the stabbing with then the fireworks going off. This constant contrast of the past when they were happy and together and the present where they are at their most miserable, where the flames begin, and then the contrast of the flames in the water, and it's just constantly playing against each other. And every time, and this is amazing, and it happens just constantly, every time Jin reopens the curtain, it means he's failed to save someone and he's starting over again, that someone has died. And so we're seeing multiple deaths of characters throughout each music video, and then cyclically through the music videos. This isn't repeating a same timeline. This is a separate timeline that he's now experiencing where someone has been lost again. That they're able to sort of give you that sense in just the music video. I mean, you do have to dig to get into some of this stuff. And there are some theories that maybe aren't that confirmed, and then some things which are. And there's a lot of material out there that they're still giving you that sense in just the music video. It's beautifully done. It's a gorgeous video. And yeah, all those contrasts. Contrast is the like fruit of art, is it not? All right, so what did you think? Have you been well into the BTS BAU? Or is this your first time with it? Have you really, like, do you love I Need You? Are you deep into this, or is this kind of a service thing for you? Or is this your first time looking at it? Like, let me know in the comments down below. I think it's amazing. If you're just like fresh here and you're like, I must keep going. I thought about going on to run, but I've rambled for so long, this video is gonna be really long. And hopefully you have other things going on New Year's Eve and are not staying for hours of this. So hopefully you've got stuff to do. Run would be the next video to watch in that series, and there are just phenomenal breakdowns out there. This is just me jumping in with my 2 cents on I Need You. Every time I'm like, someone might rise up to take BTS's crown someday, they're just things where I'm just like, I came from like not any interest at all, almost resistant interest. And they really pulled me in, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason that it's hard to fall quite so head over heels for other groups. You know, you watch this music video and I'm like, I'm obsessed on the like AU and the just storytelling front. I'm obsessed. The dance to this. You want to watch an incredible dance? Look up the dance practice for I Need You. It's so good. The dancing is unbelievable. The actual like structure of the song is really interesting and good. Like, there aren't a lot of misses, you know? Like, they do so many things so well. And then it's hilarious to watch that contrasted with when they're just, you know, on Run BTS, or just like hanging out or just like doing interviews. You're like, those are some awkward people who can accomplish no tasks. No tasks can be done. No athleticism. They're so bad at so many things, and yet so good at what they're good at, you know? It's a fascinating thing, and it's like a lightning in a bottle moment that we get to live through this phenomenon of BTS. And it's like, this is what our parents felt like with the Beatles, where they're just like, can they do no wrong? And then they did a lot of drugs. My friend was like, I'm so sad they're going into the military and we're not going to get BTS's like LSD phase. And I'm like, maybe that's a lot better. We're gonna get a lot better stuff for a longer period of time, you know? Happy New Year! Happy year of the water rabbit. Let me know if you're a rabbit down below by placing a rabbit there. And I'll talk to you again very soon. I post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, Happy New Year. Bye.